Hello everyone and welcome to my first ever Rate My Build video. This one has been a long time coming, and if you are in my Discord, you will know I have had a little section in there for you to post your builds for my Rate My Build video. So I'm going to be going through there, looking at your builds today and rating them, giving you some tips and some advice to fix them, and also telling you what's good about them. Also, thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. We just hit that, and I'm going to have a fun world tour video coming out, going over all of my worlds I've ever played in and made series on. So I think that's going to be a fun one coming out soon, guys. But just before we get into these builds, I want you to know I am going to be, kind of nice about this. I don't want to, tell anyone their builds suck, but I am going to be giving advice and showing you what's good. And I just want you to remember this is all just for fun. Finally, I might not use all of your builds. So if you posted a build in the Rate My Build video and it isn't in this video, it'll probably be in the next one. I'm going through it randomly and just clicking on them and picking random ones. So let's get into the video. Let's check out our first build. Here we are with our first build, and this one was submitted by Rivner Potter. I'm pretty sure he has quite a few in here, but this is the first one way back at the beginning. But there's quite a few things I like about this build. I like all of the different textures. All at the bottom you have the acacia and the tuff, and then you go into the calcite, the diorite, and the top you have a whole bunch of different textures. Deep slate, basalt, wool, is that cyan, terracotta maybe? It's a whole bunch of colors. I love it. I love the color scheme. It looks really nice. You got some cool details with the windows and everything. There are some things that I would change about this build. I think maybe the roof could use just a little bit more height on the bottom part down here. As you can see, it's just a little bit flat. Maybe you could bring it up a little bit on the sides, make it a little more grand. And the main thing is the detailing. I think down here and at the bottom where it's all gray, there's a lack of detailing. Even near the door, you do have the door, but it's just kind of a door placed there with the stair. So what I would do is add some windows, plants, decorations, and obviously this isn't a totally finished build, but that's what I would correct about this build. I'm going to rate this thing a 7.5 out of 10. And by the way, I don't think I'm going to be putting anybody's build below a 5. I think we're just going to stay above 5 just to make sure we don't hurt anyone's feelings. The next build we're taking a look at here is from Mona QO. I don't know how to pronounce that, but again, I apologize if I mispronounce anyone's name, but we got a tree. That's literally what you said here when you posted it, tree. So yeah, this is a tree. This is quite a big tree. I'm not sure if you used World Edit for this or not, but I love it. This reminds me of my my fairy forest thing that I did, my big build. You got the lanterns and the trees and stuff, the nice trunk right here. I like it. I like the tunnel in the middle, the lanterns. I love the shape of the trunk, like I said. But what would I fix? I think the top could use some adjustments, and obviously maybe it's just the angle we're looking at it, but it's a little bit it's a little open up here, a little bit strange the way the leaves just come out in like kind of poking sticks. And the lanterns could probably continue through the whole tree, maybe have them hanging, and then even what I would say is maybe some branches or vines hanging from the tree as well, or even some bridges going between them. That would be cool. But overall, a pretty good build. I like what you're doing here. I'm not sure where really you would use this other than just for fun, but I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Next, we got a beautiful one here by Puffy Bread, and I love it. I like my Greek style builds. I built an entire SMP series in this Greek style, and this is a beautiful Parthenon right here. This is cool. I love what you did with the vines and the pillars, the way they look here, and the stone bricks behind. It looks very, very nice. Now, something that I didn't do with my Parthenon that I really like you did here is this front deck area with the fire and these arches on the sides. I love the way this looks. I think it's really, really cool. I think it stands out really nice in this environment. But the one thing I would say is I think maybe you could use more of this red brick or red sandstone, I believe that is. I think you could use more of that dotted in as accents, maybe in some of the pillars or down here. I think it's all kind of one straight color, and you do have some wood in here, but I think having maybe some more of that red sandstone can make it stand out. But this is an amazing build. I love this. I think this is a great build, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Next up, we got my buddy Zentech over here, and obviously it's a cool build. I love this build, little tiny house build. I think it's really cool. We got a really interesting block palette. We have spruce mixed in with the nether bricks, and obviously we have the sandstone birch combo. That's obviously such a good addition. The little leaves here and the landscaping on the outside of it is beautiful. I love the window trick with the campfire. Gotta love that one. And the little tiny chimney at the top. That's really cool. And the fence on the very tips of the roof here. Gotta love that. I think this is overall a really, really cool build. The only thing I would say I would change is obviously make it bigger and cool. I'm not great at these tiny small builds, but obviously you've done a really good job. I would say expand on this idea, make it bigger. I think it's got a lot of potential. Cool block palette, cool idea. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. We got Puffy Bread again. He's back for more, and this is a cool build. It's got an interesting block palette. I like how you integrated a different color for the tower. I love doing that. I think the tip of the tower is really cool. I think the roof is interesting. I would maybe say that the tip here are just a little bit too much, but they're also kind of cool. I like how it really, I've never seen anything like that, so that's interesting. I like your banners here. I also like the details on your windows. I think that's a really well done thing here. The only thing I would say is it's a little bit, it needs to be broken up here in the roof. It's a little flat. I think maybe you could do with another window or a balcony. And I'm big on obviously keeping things symmetrical, and this thing throws me off a little bit with this window blocking the tower, and obviously that might just be me because it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to give this build, I think we're going to go with 8 out of 10. Right here we've got Nortnite, and this is an amazing build. I'm not sure where you came up with this idea. Maybe you had inspiration of something, but this is a very, very cool, realistic looking house area. I think it's so cool. The driveway and the roads coming over here to what looks like the garage area. And I love that you use diagonals in this build. Absolutely beautiful. The chimney's beautiful. The front gates of this with the window and everything, absolutely gorgeous. I love the 2 bridges you have here, or at least that's the roof for this bridge, I think. I think the trees are done well too. This is overall just a great build, great block palette. If I would change anything, I'm not sure what I would change actually. This is a great build. I'm a really big fan of this. Maybe a little bit of a different texture in the roof because it is all one color, but it also kind of adds to it. So I'm not sure what I would change too much. I think this is a really, really well done build. It's really cool. Maybe towers, because I love towers and throwing them in builds places. But overall, this whole area is really cool, landscaped well. Very well done. We got to go 10 out of 10. Next, we have Green Lemon submitting this amazing castle. We got to go 100 out of 100 for this one. This is insane. I don't know where you came up with this. This is an absolutely beautiful castle. I don't even know how you did this. Next, we got Dizzle Izzle YT. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but a castle. You know I love my castles. This is gorgeous, and this one you made yourself, I believe. The last one, if you didn't get the joke, that was my castle. Somebody submitted it, and it's mine. I think it was a joke, but yeah, this one's yours, I believe, and it looks like it's done out of stone completely. A nice stone castle, which again I love. That's perfect. We got the dark oak, and I think this is spruce logs going in. It looks like you have green roofs, which I love for the towers. I think this is really well done. This is cool. Your texturing is good. Your window frames are good. Obviously, you're outlining it well. The detailing is good. The one thing I would say is maybe the outlining of the windows is a little repetitious. If you kind of take a step back and look at this, you see this circle around the windows everywhere on here. And maybe it's just a little bit too much, and you could have switched it up a little bit. But I think this is a cool build, and we're going to go 9 out of 10. Just another beautiful build by Nortnite. He has a great skill set for these style of builds, and this is gorgeous. I mean, this is an amazing, amazing build. I think this is so cool. This little dock area, I love it. I think you've done a really good job here. Another 10 out of 10 for you, man. Next, we got Witchy submitting a build here, and wow, this is cool. It's very bright. It's blasting my eyes. It's very cool though. It's interesting. We got a lot of white with some bright blue contrast, and this is cool. This reminds me of some elven cloud city style thing. I think it's really cool. You've done a really good job with colors here, and I see some nice structures in this. There's a couple other pictures with it as well. And here we get a bigger angle of the tree and how you did colors here with the blue. This is such a cool build. I'm a fan. If there was one thing I would change, obviously I think there's a little bit too much white going on. There could have been a little bit more contrast in it. I think it's just very, very bright in your face with a lot of white. Maybe a little bit more of this blue to break it up. I know you're using a lot of it, but I feel like even more would make this build really cool. I'm gonna go for 8 out of 10 on this one. To finish it off for today, guys, we have one last build, and this was submitted by Da, and this is their Nether portal right here. This is awesome. I love the use of stone. I love the shape of your portal and the way you hit it in here really, really well. I think this is a really cool block palette idea. I see you're using obsidian in the roof, which is a little insane of you, but it works well here. It actually looks cool. I think this is a great build. Really well done landscaping as well here with the path. If I fixed anything, I would say maybe the leaves could be a little less uniform. I think it looks cool with it wrapping around, but maybe a little bit more scattered. I also think maybe a little bit of vines hanging out from here would look cool, and maybe a little more copper in here as well. You have it up here at the roof, but I think it could do with more. If you're gonna put the copper in there, commit to it, and maybe, you know, add a little roof over this or something. Add a little bit more copper. And the obsidian is cool, but I don't know if I'd keep it. It does work fine, and it's impressive that you could use obsidian in a build, but maybe it would look better with a different block. But once again, this is up to you. We're going to go with an 8 out of 10. I did skip over this one. I told myself I wanted to come back to it for the end of the video, and this was submitted by Mona QO. Again, don't know how to say her name, I apologize, but I thought this was cool and I wanted to include it. This is an insanely strange block palette, in a good way, that I have never seen before. I think this is cool. You're using the lava and these lava towers. You got this big nether portal, the dark with the light stones. I love it. You know I like my contrast, so this is beautiful. I love the warped wood in the portal. It works perfectly there. I just think these towers of lava are so unique. The red beacon, I thought this build was just so different that it had to come at the end because it was so interesting and unique. And we're going to go with 9 out of 10 out of this, just because it is so creative and interesting. If I had to fix anything, obviously I'd expand it, maybe add a pathway, maybe add a big tower in the back or something. But overall, this is a sick build. I'm a big fan of this. 9 out of 10. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. And if you want to get your build in the next video, please go down the description, join my Discord, and submit your screenshots there. Try and submit the highest quality screenshot you can. Some of you, I couldn't use it because your screenshots were just kind of not the best quality. It was kind of hard to tell what was going on, and that's fine if that's all you can get. But yeah, if you want a good chance of getting in the video, make sure you submit your build with very high quality, or at least the best you can do. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you again for 10K. And keep an eye out for that world tour video, and comment below what kind of videos you want to see coming next. Thank you again, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Peace out. I hope I can see you in the next one.